Coach, before we get started with that, could you just open us up here with your thoughts on last week's game against Ole Miss?
Yeah, great environment. We played good for a half, obviously, and didn't tackle very well in the second half. They had some pretty good athletes and made us miss and had some big plays on us. But overall pleased. Did some really good things, ran the ball well on offense, kind of slowed their running game down on defense, didn't have any turnovers, had 22 yards and penalties. A lot of good things other than giving up big plays.
Thank you, Coach. We'll go to our first questions from Robert Allen with the Cowboy Radio Network.
Yeah, Coach Jones, I appreciate it. A lot of times junior college players take a year to kind of really pop up and be at their best. You've got Samori Collier, a receiver from Oklahoma that played at NEO. Talk a little bit about his recruitment and what he's done to make himself better for you this year.
Yeah, he came to us a couple of years ago, and Samori had athletic ability, and we felt like he was going to be a great slot receiver for us. And he's just one of those guys that's worked his tail off to become a really good football player. And I think that he's much improved over last year. And I think, like you say, sometimes when they first get here in JUCO, there's a little learning curve. And but he's really bought in and just really has good speed, great hands, and so he's become a real player for us.
Robert, if you had a follow-up question, you're more than welcome to go along with that.
Yeah, it's just unusual. I mean, that is the only connection really in this game. You look at it either way. I mean, he'll be going against his home guys. He probably knows a few of the guys at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm not aware of how many guys he knows, but I'm sure he probably does, and so it's going to be a special game for him. I know he told me he's looking forward to it for sure.
Thank you, Robert. We'll go to our next questions from Zach Lancaster with Go Poke Scout.
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Oklahoma State, 640 total offensive yards last week. Mason Rudolph, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns. Virtually all of his yards came in the first half. How are you guys planning on trying to shut down the Oklahoma State offense this week?
Well, if you got any suggestions, we'll take them. He's very explosive offense. We really admire what they're doing offensively and the whole team. But, since we're talking about offense, I think that, he's a very accurate thrower. He stands in the pocket and has poise in the pocket. And the receivers he's throwing to pretty darn good. And so, they've got a great complementary run-pass game package where you just try to take one away, they're going to hurt you with the other. So very, very tough, playing very fast. And when you're playing that fast, it certainly makes you have a lot of things ready defensively in order just to get lined up correctly. But really admire what they do.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Zach, thank you very much. And, Coach, those are all the questions we have today, so thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And again, that was head coach Joey Jones of South Alabama. The Jaguars host Oklahoma State this Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN2.